start, I was going to ask just how's it feel going into this year compared to maybe a year ago at this time?
I mean, it's definitely exciting. We have a whole new class of freshmen who are coming in and really excited about the program and stuff like that. So,
With the low numbers last year, I was curious, what were some of the big challenges you had as a team? Like your coach mentioned, there was a couple games where you'd have a shift on offense and then go right back out on defense later.
I mean, definitely conditioning, just because we did have low numbers, it got really tiring. So, although we did have, a few amount of girls, I mean, we always kind of like try to keep up with the pace throughout the entire game and stuff like that. Especially like with 2 games in a weekend, it was hard because, by their 6th period in the second, 6 periods overall, you get tired for that last period. So.
Yeah, physically wise, what's the biggest challenge when you're doing that? Like, do your legs just kind of give out at some point? Or,
I mean, yeah, physically definitely, but you just gotta kind of mentally push through it and tell yourself, oh, I'm not tired, I can do this. Like, we still got it.
Like, I was going to ask you the same thing. I was just curious, what are some of the differences you noticed this year at the start of the year compared to a year ago at this time?
Well, obviously, there's a lot more competition this year. Last year, we didn't really have to fight for our positions, and this year, you really have to push yourself and practice every day. You're always trying to be on that, first, second line, or even just starting the game pretty much. Every game, there's going to be people sitting out, so obviously you never want to be that person sitting in the stands.
What kind of potential do you guys have in this early season?
I think the beginning this season we have a lot of potential just because of our numbers and the talent that we recruited, including our talent from last year. I think that our chances are very good.
And being from the area too, I was wondering how much of a factor was that when you were picking schools? Is it one of the reasons you chose Canton?
I basically chose Canton because it's so close to home. I'm a homebody and I don't like being too far away from my family. As well as that, they had the program I was looking for, and I could play hockey, so it's basically the complete package.
This first thing I was going to ask you, why did you pick SUNY Canton when you were picking colleges? What did you like about this place?
They had the program that I was looking for, and also me and my family were looking for college together, so it was just.
As far as the hockey goes, like how familiar are you with like American college hockey? What to kind of expect and things like that?
Pardon?
Oh, with American college hockey, how familiar are you with it? Like, do you know a lot about it?
Well, I played in Canada last season, so it's not like a totally new thing, but we'll see how it goes.
As far as the team goes, how do you guys look so far? Do you think what do you like about this team from what you've seen in practices?
I think we'll do good. The team's clicking now, but we're like 1 week in and we're doing pretty good already together, so.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to ask you, obviously you were here before you became head coach as assistant. What were some of the things you wanted to kind of change right away once you got this job with how things were going?
First off was recruiting. We wanted to bring in a way bigger class. I think it was tough. We had such small classes when I first started that we wanted to make sure that we had that healthy competition every day at practice with having 25 girls on the team and just overall quality players that we brought in. We wanted to make sure to bring in the best players that we could find. Even though we brought in 17, we were able to be picky. And I think just the structure, we wanted to make this, a Division I feel at the Division III level, and I think we've really accomplished that with coaching staff, practice style, and then just all the little things that go along with that.
And the good and the bad of having a tough year is that obviously might be tough to recruit, but then the positive is you get a lot of kids who you can say, hey, you can come in here right away and be an impact player. I mean, what did you kind of use? Did you use that to your advantage at all, the fact that you kind of had a tough year a year ago when you were bringing in this year's class?
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to have a tough year. Obviously, it was hard on everybody from myself right on down to all of our players who, really worked hard to make the best of what last year was. We did have a good recruiting style and being able to tell girls that you have the ability to come in and play right away. You're not going to come in and sit on the bench, and we're bringing in players that we thought would mesh all really well together, and so far it's really panning out.
As far as I was asking them too, the challenge of having the small numbers at times last year as a coach, what was the toughest part for you? I mean, were there times where you had to maybe ease things up because you didn't want to wear them out, even though normally you might have asked for certain things in the game, but you knew maybe they didn't have the energy for that? Or...
Yeah. It was a different strategy every game. I think we did a good job scouting our opponents. We are very big fans of the high trap, just trying to give the girls a little bit of a break. But it was tough. I mean, there was times when we're standing on the bench as coaches, and there's almost more coaches than there are subs on the bench. So I really felt for the girls, but they really pulled through and showed a lot of heart last year for sure.
As far as it's tough to say for sure, but do you have any goal in mind of when you really like to see everything kind of come together? You picture it?
Yeah, I mean, big picture for us this year is a conference championship. I think we have all the pieces in place. We have a team that really gets along and acts like a family, which is, that can bring you a long ways when, sometimes that the full amount of talent isn't there. But I think that we also have that talent to go along with it. So we're really looking towards big things.